you been up to?
Well, nothing much. We've been working, looking forward to the end of January. It's very close now. Very, very close.
All right. Winston, today happens to be the birthday of one of my daughters.
Wow.
Magdalene Whyte.
Oh, okay.
Today
yes.
is her birthday. She works with JRA.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, and may this be a great year for you. You have to come and sing one of those old songs to me. My daughter, even though she's a Gen Z, loves to sing old songs.
Hey, I'm thinking of reincarnation.
No, it's from her grandfather.
Oh, okay.
She was the favorite of her grandfather, and
Wow.
and she has acquired his taste for songs. Oh, by the way, we have an audition coming on. To get in, you are supposed to record yourself singing any song of your choice. 1.5 minutes of it, 90 seconds of it, and send it to us at auditions_25@rovermanproductions.com. And then we would let you know when you are scheduled for to appear at the interview in person. And then for this year's Val Day, Winston, I want you to surprise your wife with something.
Okay.
We're putting up the Friday and the Saturday. So we are doing 2 shows for Valentine. We are doing Bananas and Granules on the Friday and Naked in Bed on the Saturday.
Wow.
So get yourself surprise the love of your life, and I'm telling you, for the whole year, you will not forget the experience we are going to give you. It's not just a show; it's a whole experience we are putting together for you. Listen, every now and then I have a dream from which I awake very disturbed. The most recent one happened just last week, and if you don't mind, I would like to share the dream with you.
Please do.
And tell you what disturbed me about it. Ready?
Sure, I am.
Great. Yeah, let's go. In my dream, I was in a neighborhood with houses of different sizes. Some houses were very well maintained with beautiful lawns and trees, and others looked neglected and run down. It was obvious that in this neighborhood, extreme wealth and extreme poverty lived side by side. Each house had a name and a number. Some of the houses had very high walls, and so I could not see into them from the street, but I could hear the sounds from those houses. But even though they had high walls, they had security cameras watching everything happening in every house in the neighborhood. One particular house among those with high walls had a huge gate that was heavily guarded. Well-armed young men would run out of that house every now and then and go into any house they wanted and take out whatever they wanted and return home with it to great cheers. I was fascinated by this house, and so I lingered a little at the gate. Then I heard a voice say, "Keep moving." The voice was warm, and it was not an order. I turned and realized that I was not alone. Something about this person who I discovered was with me startled me. This person looked like my double. He looked exactly like me. "Hi," I said in alarm. "Who are you?" He said, "Never mind who I am. Listen, it is dangerous to loiter in front of this gate. Keep moving. You'll find what you are looking for down the road." "I am looking for something?" I asked. I did not know I was looking for anything. I thought I was only taking a walk. So I turned to him. "Tell me, what am I supposed to be looking for?" He smiled and said, "You love to ask questions, don't you? Now, listen, you don't have time to be asking questions now. You are here to watch, observe, and absorb as much as you can. So let's keep moving." As we resumed walking, I said, "I really would want to know who you are." He said, "Did you notice the house we just walked past?" I looked back. I realized that in my preoccupation to ask him questions, I had not really paid attention to what was going on around us. I said, I think I missed it. Shall we go back? He said, it is not necessary. There are many more houses like that one. So let's keep moving. Now I paid attention to everything that was going on around me. Almost every house was busy. Some had people relaxing in the compound, whilst others worked themselves to death. Some houses had happy sounds coming from them, and others had angry sounds. There were violence and abuse in some, and love and harmony in others. And then I saw it. Without being told, I knew that this was it. This was the house I was looking for. I did not know I was looking for it until I saw it. But once I saw it, even in the distance, I knew without any doubt that this was the house I was coming to. The guy with me said, "You are right. This is your home." My home? I asked. I did not know that I had a home here. You mean I live here in this neighborhood? He simply ignored my questions. I turned my attention to the house that was supposed to be my home. It was not a big house, but it was not the smallest in the neighborhood either. Even from a distance, I noticed that there was a lot of activity in the house. People would rush in looking poor and with empty hands and re-emerge almost immediately, richly clad and with their hands full. It seemed like everybody in the neighborhood knew that there were riches in that house simply for the taking. The house virtually had no walls, and the traffic in and out of the house was heavy. Then I saw others looking like me coming out of the house in tatters and looking starved. I had not seen them entering the house like the others who come out looking so good. The guy with me said, "The reason why you didn't see them entering is because they live in the house. They are the children of the house." I said, "Children of the house?" Look, people walk off the street in rags and re-emerge in no time in riches. How come the children of the house are poorly clothed and are looking so starved? My companion said, "Look again. Not all of them are that poorly clothed and emaciated." He was right. There were others from the house who looked rich and well-fed, but they were very few. I saw that those few who looked well-fed and well-clothed were simply bringing things out of the house and handing them to people in other houses and asking for peanuts in return. They were virtually robbing their house, their own home, for others, and begging those they were robbing for food and clothing, worth a fraction of what they were gifting them. But that is not even what puzzled me the most about the house. I realized that the children from the house into which people walked off the street and left loaded with good things, the children from that house will come out and go from house to house begging. I turned to my companion and said, "I don't understand. What is going on? How can you live in a house that feeds and makes others rich and you go out begging for everything?" He simply said, but this time there was deep sorrow in his voice. "You are about to find out. You belong to that house, and I need you to explain what is going on to me." I said, "How can I explain anything to you when I don't understand what is going on?" "Are you sure you don't?" he asked. "Come on, let's enter. Lead the way. After all, it is your home." I went ahead of him into the house, but what I found in that house, the house that was supposed to be my home, left me horrified and disturbed. Well, what did I find out? I'll tell you. But look, my time is out. Let's continue on Thursday, shall we? Until then, stay blessed. Winston, I don't like the smile on your face.
Well,